In week 5, I've chosen a quote that stuck with me for a really long time after I finished the book, and that's Mary Laura's first time on the beach, when she experiences the ocean for the first time and feels the sand on her skin and the moisture and the wind and, well, everything just... I thought it was a beautiful quote, and it stuck with me for the longest, I think. Do you also have a favorite quote?
Yeah, thank you so much. I worked so hard on that scene. I worked for months on that scene where she goes to see the ocean.
Yeah.
I think, for me, maybe this relates to crocheting in some way. For me, my favorite art of whatever form is art that shows me the world again for the first time. It takes something that's familiar and kind of breaks apart the crust of the familiar and makes it new, makes it unfamiliar again. Yeah. And so, I think of all the times I've been lucky enough to go to the sea and stand there. And so I really just tried to meditate on, contemplate on what would it be like to have this be your first time and to not be able to see it, but to experience it in other ways.
Yeah.
And to kind of know you're in love with it too, even though you've never been there. She has this deep love for mollusks, and so just that wet velvet of the sand and the sound, and also it's very similar to what we're going through now, this isolation and entrapment that she's going through, and then to have this openness, like the sea just represents space and expanse and eternity.
Yeah, maybe a sense of freedom as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. To live in Saint-Malo and not be able to go on the beaches would be crazy for 4 years.
Yeah.
So, I don't necessarily have a favorite quote. That's just not, when you're an artist, you don't, maybe you can relate. I never think it quite in those terms. I think in those terms for other people's work, but my own work, you work on it so long, it's
difficult, right?
Yeah, it's
to
difficult.
Look at it objectively.
Yes. And often I look at it incredibly critically, I'm just, oh, that was sloppy, that's lazy.
Yeah.
I don't, and I rarely go back and reread something after it's published. You have to do a bunch of interviews and things.
Yeah, it's done.
Usually my mind's on something new, because you want to believe you're getting better and you're moving through life and you're taking on new challenges. So I rarely go back. But maybe when I'm older, if I'm lucky enough to live till I'm 75 or something, I'll go back and be like, oh, that's a good line. Maybe I'll want to do that.
Yeah.